Hi everyone, welcome to day 12 of our meditation challenge. I can't believe it's already the 12th day. So we have been working on clearing all of our chakras, and today we're going to work on clearing, because we worked our way up from the root, when we are up to the throat chakra. So the throat chakra is often seen as kind of a tealish color. Sometimes there can be some greens and blues mixed together to make the teal. So it may have kind of a multicolored effect, but it's often associated with teal, and teal is definitely one of my favorite colors. If you notice, if you look back at all of my videos and kind of just look at the thumbnails, I am most often wearing teal, and that's not a mistake. It's not a coincidence. I just love teal, so I have teal surrounds me all the time. The throat chakra is often where we can deal with issues of honesty and integrity, communication, self-expression. And if you have trouble communicating with people, or if you follow along and you're kind of the quiet one and you just allow other people's opinions to kind of control what you do, these are all signs that our throat chakra is weak and needs some work. It can also manifest in issues with your sinuses, sore throats, congestion, or other disorders of the throat area. So for me, this has manifested in a cough, a chronic cough that has been with me for 10 years. And so I'm working through this 30 days of meditation. We're clearing all of these chakras, and especially my throat chakra. I'm spending time focused on trying to clear out all of that stagnant and toxic energy that's been sitting there for quite some time. And so this is just part of the process of healing. This is not the only part of healing that needs to be done for me to clear my throat and to end that cough, but it is part of the process. So rather than just kind of doing a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit here, I am trying to spend 30 days of focused time really clearing out my energies, clearing out my throat, asking my body, what it's trying to tell me. So this is a very important chakra for me to be working on, and you may hear me coughing because of the focused time and energy spent right in this area where it is so tight for me. So it's not, I found, due to me not speaking my truth, which is what I thought the pattern was. But actually, when we had, I think it was day 2 or 3, where we had asked our bodies the question of what it was that they were trying to say, what I got back was that I was saying what I was trying to say, but it was, my body was afraid. My inner child was afraid of what would happen, because in the past, me speaking out and being myself and sharing my truth has not ended so well for me sometimes in past lives. There's a very long pattern of me being myself and it not turning out so well for me. So the inner child inside of me is also remembering things from my childhood of being ridiculed, teased, and judged. And it's really creating a lot of anxiety internally for me whenever I do speak my truth, because I'm worried about what people will think, what people will say, whether or not they'll like me. And it doesn't always have to be something that you truly believe in as an adult, but if you have these underlying feelings, whether they're subconscious or conscious, they can have an impact on your life. So for me, this healing really involves accepting and acknowledging all those feelings and working with my inner child to create that trust to move on as an adult without feeling like I'm always being judged and ridiculed or people are talking about me. That's definitely a fear that goes down to the root, but it's also a sign of a weakness in my throat chakra. So today, we're going to see if we can kind of move some of that energy through. So if you hear me coughing, it's all just part of the healing. So again, I can already kind of feel it. I'm clearing my throat a lot, so it's going to probably come up a little bit for me. But let's give this a try. And so we're going to close our eyes. Again, just, your hands flat on your knees if you'd like, or wherever they're comfortable. We're going to be using them to, move around and clear that chakra. So, a few deep breaths. deep breath. And exhale. Allow your body to relax. Everywhere from your eyelids to your shoulders, your legs and your back. Just allow those muscles to just relax. We're going to picture that orb of light coming down through our crown chakra into our bodies. Let's allow it to flow gently down all the way to our root chakra. Feel the calmness of that orb as it moves down through our bodies. Once it reaches your root chakra, allow it to flow back up. And then into your heart chakra space. So your throat chakra is right here between, kind of at the base of it is at the collarbone. And so between your collarbone and kind of your Adam's apple is where your throat chakra exists. So we're just going to allow that orb of light and pure love to kind of settle in that area, right along our spine. Now imagine some bright teal lights emanating from that orb as it starts to activate that throat chakra. And compare the color of that orb light to the color of your chakra. What do you see? What's the difference? For me, I can see more of a deep greenish teal in my throat versus the bright teal color of the orb. I actually can kind of see some black swirling in on my throat chakra. So it's a very dark teal color. And today I'm going to work on trying to remove some of that darkness and really brighten it up for a while. Just sitting with the space in our throat chakra. And now again, we're going to start the process of placing our hands in front of our throat chakra. And again, if this is too uncomfortable, use one hand instead of two. You can always alternate between the two. But we're just going to place our hands in front of our throat. I can feel that magnetic pull. And if you need to get some energy flowing in those hands before you do this, feel free to do so. And then we're just going to place those hands in front of our throat. And we're just going to move in a counterclockwise motion. You could imagine that energy from your throat chakra, anything that's not that bright teal color. Imagine it flowing out gently from your chakra and into your hands. Or it will just kind of stay absorbing in those hands or sticking to the outsides of it, whichever visual helps you the most. Remember to focus on your breathing as you do this. Anytime you feel like you need to, you can pause for a moment and pull that energy out just to get rid of whatever you've collected. Brush off your hands, shake your hands, and then go back to what you were doing. Remembering to breathe. have switched to one hand at this point. You can do so if you need to, because it is hard to hold your arms up for a long time. I just imagine myself kind of stirring around that chakra, pulling out all of that stagnant and toxic energy that no longer needs to be there. And as I do so, I can kind of watch that my chakra, the colors of my chakra, are lightening up. I've removed so much from my throat chakra that it feels like replenishing it while I'm working is the appropriate thing to do. So I'm just going to imagine that light from the orb, I'm just kind of mixing it in and pulling in a little bit more each time I go around. My throat chakra is not completely clean, but just to help keep things short for everyone here, we're going to take a few deep breaths and clean off our hands. Shake them off. Get rid of that energy that we've collected. Okay. Relax your arms for a minute as we just breathe in that energy and allow that orb to just kind of pulse in that space. Now, how do the colors compare between the orb and your chakra? Do you see the difference? Is there a difference? So now we're going to take our hands in a clockwise motion and rebalance that energy in your throat chakra. Okay, take another deep breath, a couple more times around. All right. How does that chakra feel now? Let's connect those chakras. Place a couple fingers, your middle finger in particular, and just kind of draw a line from your root chakra all the way up and back down. Again, take a deep breath in and go up. And back down, exhale. Deep breath in as you go up. And exhale. Just let your hand fall. Take a moment to allow that light and love, the energy from above to flow down into our bodies, filling all those corners and crevices, any spaces that we've emptied from toxic and stagnant energy. Allow that energy to flow down through our bodies, filling all of those spaces with pure light and love. Let it flow down to our toes, filling our bodies until it overflows from our heads and out around our bodies until we are fully encompassed in light and love. In this state, you can imagine yourself as just a being of light, of divine light that you are. No longer a physical form. Imagine gentle vines of light flowing down from your feet and all the way to the core of the earth to ground your body, your spirit. Another deep breath and exhale. All right, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes. How do you feel that now that we've really taken some time to clear out these lower chakras and now we're working on the upper half of our chakras? It should feel a lot cleaner and smoother to you, like there's flow of energy here that maybe it wasn't really flowing before. For me, I feel a lot more open and just like things are flowing much more smoothly. The colors of my throat chakra feel a lot brighter, what I would expect to see there. There's a little bit of a kind of a darker teal still mixed in, but it feels really good. It feels like that energy has really kind of cleansed and certainly improved. I can already feel that some of my lower chakras could use attention again. So we're going to keep working through all of these, but I encourage you to go back and redo any of that energy work for the root and the sacral and the solar plexus chakra and your heart chakra. Don't stop with that work. It's always good to continuously clear and cleanse those chakras. And this is something you could just do on a regular rotation, work through your root. And you could do these each one every day, or you could do one a day and just kind of keep rotating through them. And you will find that your energy, it's cumulative work. So the energy that you spend on your body, it will just keep raising and raising and raising your vibration. You'll feel healthier, and you'll feel more vibrant. You'll feel more joy and compassion. And it'll just have a very uplifting effect for you overall. It'll have an effect on the things that happen in your life. You will see that greater good comes to you when you're in a higher vibration. It just naturally flows to you. We don't have to try to attract it or go get it. It just will naturally begin to flow into your life. So I hope you can see the difference. For me, it's a very, I can still see a little bit of a darker teal mixed in, but now instead of the black that I had before, there's none of that anymore. It's just like a darker teal mixed in with a lighter teal. So I can see that some of that pure energy that I flowed in is all mixed in, and then we still have a little bit of the darker teal in there, but there's more time for healing each day. We don't have to try to heal all of it at once. So I feel like this is a really good improvement for me, and I hope you find the same for yourself, and I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks for joining me.